Kappa again. But we got to do what we got to do to survive, and then we need a movie review. Bad jokes abound. Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one fuzzy boy. Never back at you again in the worldwide ick with the world gone crazy. So you need a release. So I am here for you, and so is my show, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why are we still telling this joke in 2021? But if you did, laugh! Then thank you. And it's Wednesday again, my friends. I want to thank you all for being my YouTube friends once again. I know I say this every week, and I truly do mean it. Thank you for coming and finding me. Also, thank you for clicking that subscribe button and that little bell icon because it's part of the YouTube experience, even if it doesn't work. So you came here for a movie review. Let's get into that movie review, shall we? And today's movie is Earwig and the Witch. It is a PG movie. It is an hour and 22 minutes. It is an animated CG adventure family kind of thing, which is very low rated. I'm going to just get out right in front of this and say that it's a 4.6 on IMDb. And it is a 33% with a 67% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. And needless to say, it's from the legend, the myth, the man, Gorô Miyazaki. Yes, the son of Hayao Miyazaki, if I'm pronouncing any of their names right. Writing was done by Keiko Niwa and Emi Gunji. I'm so terrible with Asian names. Based on the book by Diana Wynne Jones. She passed on in 2011, so I can't really fault her for writing on this one. Their cast, first billed only because you don't want to listen to me read names all day, is Taylor Henderson, Vanessa Marshall, Richard E. Grant, Dan Stevens, and Logan Henn. If I'm pronouncing any of those names right, let me know. Yeah. Our production companies were NHK Enterprises, Studio Ghibli, and Sheringham, which is a new one to me. Our distributor in the good old US of A. God bless America. Land that I love was HBO Max. So yeah, you got to pay, but it's not like Disney where you got to pay extra. Because it's an animated film, even though it's a CGI film, there are no special effects. So on to for my thoughts on the film. It's very low rated, and I'm going to just go through why. Storytelling is not that great, and Hayao Miyazaki and Gorô don't get along, and I guess fatherhood wasn't his easiest task, but no direction on this. And I was looking for something like Magical Do-Re-Mi and got a prequel. This is a movie that you'd put out as part of like a series, and it just didn't feel like it was complete. And I was very upset with that. I mean, I'm paying for a service to watch this, and I can't fault Diana Wynne Jones. She's dead, and I wish I could read this book because I feel like stuff went to the cutting floor way too quickly. They tried to complete this, and the story arc jumps way too far forward. As for Earwig herself, which she gets named something else in this movie, she's very one-sided. She tries to get what she wants, and she figures that out very quickly. I don't know what went wrong here. You have very plastic characters who have very plastic facial movements over a very beautiful background in a story that just goes nowhere fast. It's a shame that this is Studio Ghibli's first attempt at digital animation, and they keep it so sparse and to such a small area, and where you could go anywhere and do everything. It just doesn't work. And I think they did this to budget it a little bit, but it didn't grow. It didn't expand. There was no hero's journey. Earwig just got what she wanted by magic, and they don't even show that. She manipulates the mandrake. She manipulates the fat lady who takes her in and becomes her surrogate mother. And I chose this over Judas and the Messiah and what is it? That hobo movie where the lady lives in her van. And I'm kind of thinking I made a mistake. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful film, but it's just too short, and there's no payoffs for any of the story arcs. And I was looking at this thinking, oh, it's going to be magical do-re-mi, but it just turned out to be blah, blah, blah. You know the song, blah, 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 you know, and it was over far too quickly. I want to see what CinemaSins thinks just because I hate it. Studio Ghibli has this one that was due, but oh god, why did it have to be a CG film, and why did it have to be with Gorô? I know Gorô struggles to be his father, and he's just not. He just hasn't found his directing voice yet. I definitely see this as a TV watch, even though it is so short. I don't think they're going to show this on any network because it's so bad. They'll have people changing the channels. I don't see this as a DVD buy, and yet I do own almost everything on basic DVD. Yeah, I'm not as big of a nerd as Chris Stuckman is because I don't have Blu-ray, but, you know. Nerd! I wish I could have seen this on big screen. I think it would have been a better experience. I ended up watching it on VOD, but I don't think that's going to change that this is a bad story, and it felt like a movie that brings you into a TV series. If there was more to this and the second film was coming, I would love to see this, but I highly doubt it because it's such a big flop. With that said, I'm going to leave this here because I don't feel like there is any more justice I can give it. So with all that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you hit that like button. Likes and views are how YouTube works now. It's not the way I like it. It's just the way it is. Remember, all comments are guaranteed response. So the better your response, the better my response. And I love your comments, even if they are on Reddit. Keep them coming. Thank you for that. And you know I have to ask, I have an Amazon, I have a Patreon. It is not without your support that keeps this channel afloat. Your donations came in this week. It made me cry. Thank you for that. It's come at a time of some personal problems, and I really needed them. So thank you for that, and thank you for supporting my American dream. With all that said, for a final time, because it's a bit of a running joke on this channel, if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye! I wanted magical do-re-mi and got short movie from Ghibli that seems like is not good movie. One-sided characters, fast-moving plots that just go nowhere, story arcs that you're just, oh, everything's coming together and it's over. No! Steve Buscemi in The Office. No! Yeah, that kind of feel. I really wanted more from this. I was really hoping for something good from Ghibli because this week was Crazy Lady Lives in Her Car, the Nomad Land or whatever, and then Judas and the, what is it, something or other, which is super political, and you know me, I'm trying to stay out of that stuff. And I just thought, we need something fresh and happy, and this wasn't it. Thank you all for listening to me whine about this. And I want to thank you all for watching this far into the video. I'll see you next week. Love you. Goodbye.